seat right here. There's actually not covering the skates.
There you go, boys. Yeah, precisely.
He's going to recap. It's only that strip there he's going to do, so.
Are you offering? Yes.
I reckon we all should strip. That's just, no, fuck off.
They can hear you too.
Yeah, let me take my back break.
They can hear you.
I've got my mum listening to this one.
Just leave this camera on. At least there's something to watch then.
Straight over it. Still missed it.
Problems have been there all tournament, they're not problems. Yes. Explains the referee, yes.
This is something we can fix. Well, that's what he says. We all know the things that Jack says aren't necessarily always true. That's all.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 2018 Broomball Australia Nationals Finals. Got 3 finals today. The first one that we've got up here is Men's Intermediate Division, New South Wales versus ACT. New South Wales Sliders versus the ACT Griffins.
New South Wales.
Bit of a false start here. Clock not currently set, so we've stopped the game and we're restarting. We are underway.
Behind you, Brett.
That's why we play it. Nice, Robbie. Look up. Who's moving? Right on, Ken. Right on, guys. Keep going. Shot, shot.
Forward.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. 2 hits, Chopper. Time. Shoot it, shoot it. Unlucky, that's all right. Set up. Shot. Anything happens because they're interfering with the serve. On the players. Nice ball.
Come on.
Cisco. To the wall, to the wall, to the wall.
Good, Mark. Good, Mark. Go now. Go. Nice, Tony.
Time.
Jump the board, Dave.
Shot.
Out of play by New South Wales. Had an icing call there. Penalty to New South Wales. Number 12, Mark Ferrara. Dangerous stick. It's a penalty to ACT. Number 8, Lachlan Wisdom. Roughing. We're currently 4-on-4 for the next 31 seconds.
There's a lot of space for on board, but let's use it smarter. Power play now, power play. Power play. We're a man up.
New South Wales now 5-on-4 power play. And we have an icing. 21 seconds left in this penalty period. 2 minutes and 5 left in the half. We're still at 0-all.
Seconds left, guys. Ryan, just watch behind you in 20 seconds.
It's a New South Wales goal on the run. Scored by number 91, Liam Golding, assisted by number 24, Jared Ferrara. New South Wales currently lead 1-0 with 1 minute 20 left in the first period.
Well done, Brett.
Man up now.
Come on. Push it over, push it over.
I'd rather quick.
Had a ball into the roof. We're now restarting the defensive third. New South Wales. It's the end of the first period. New South Wales currently leads 1-0. 15 minutes left to play.
Griffins will take 1, 2, 3, Griffins!
Good boys!
icing by ACT. New South Wales goal scored by number 24, Jared Ferrara, assisted by number 14, Matthew Hellier. Penalty to ACT, number 64, Travis Ajabik, high stick. Got a delayed penalty here against ACT. It's a penalty to number 55, ACT number 55. Chris Matronio. Interference.
If you're free, take the shot. Ladies, stay high. Get it. Go, go.
Currently 3 on 5 with 2 ACT players in the bin for the next 4 seconds. ACT back to 4 players. We're at 5 on 4. Out of play by New South Wales. 9 minutes left in this game. 49 seconds, I should say, left in this penalty. We'll be restarting in the neutral zone. And we have an icing against ACT. They are now back to full strength, so we have a 5-on-5 game. Penalty against ACT. Number 8, Lachlan Wisdom. Elbowing.
Is it an elbow? He's holding his elbow. Is it rough or just elbow?
Of a New South Wales goal. Scored by number 14, Matthew Hellier. Assisted by number 64, Jason Wheeler. New South Wales currently leads 3-0 with 6 minutes 38 remaining in this game. I say. It's a New South Wales goal to number 64, Jason Wheeler, assisted by number 12, Mark Ferrara. With 4 minutes 20 remaining in this game. New South Wales lead ACT 4-0. It's a penalty to ACT, number 64, Travis Ajabik, roughing.
All the space that we're being up.
Penalty to ACT for tripping. Number 82, Robert Hay. Currently 5-on-3 with 2 ACT players on the bench. Penalty bench, that is.
Yep, 2 minutes. I'm pretty sure they're sending him 2 minutes.
One from the ice for somebody. Oh, really? One?
Unless that's his second warning.
Hey, Jeremy.
So we've got a penalty to the keeper for tampering with the net, pushing it away deliberately. ACT number 8. Lachlan Wisdom is taking the penalty for the team. ACT currently with 3 players on the penalty bench.
Okay, they still get to keep the goalie in that instance.
At full time in the men's intermediate grand final, New South Wales Ford defeat ACT 0.
Up now, we have the Women's Elite Grand Finals for Broomball Nationals 2018. This is ACT versus the SA Sharks.
Have an ice and call against South Australia. Still 0-0. 11 minutes 22 remaining in the first half. So we have a no goal and a high stick penalty called against number 7, Michelle Ramirez.
Come on, bag if you need some. No. I got clothing.
ACT successfully kill the penalty. And they're scored against after the penalty's expired. We have an SA goal. So the SA goal was scored by number 75, Sally Noonan, assisted by number 6, JJ. We have an icing call against South Australia. With 6 minutes 35 remaining in the first half, South Australia lead 1-0. At the end of the first period, the SA Sharks lead the ACT Phoenix 1-0.
Hardly. I still up to got with that long.
Make it nice and colourful for the men's game.
What about Louis Sultana brand?
Yes. Or like Southern Sultana. Oh no, you've already given Jeffrey one.
Step forward, step forward! That's it, Maddie. Yeah, Joe!
Second oldest man.
G'day sports fans, we've got the Women's Elite final between the ACT Scorchers against the SA Sharks. ACT Phoenix. And they're trailing 1-0 to the Sharks at the moment. The ice is getting a bit sticky out there. A few patchy bits. ACT with Alicia Martin hacks it into the centre. The teammate Sally Ormson couldn't quite connect there. That was a chance that went begging. ACT, long way out there. Not a lot of forward pressure there from South Australia. Now we're getting a bit of scrapping around behind goals. Alicia Martin, sister Kirsty Martin in the slot. All right, what can ACT do here? Slams it in, powerful shot. They can't get through the 3 SA goalkeepers. All right, Kirsty Martin gets control, loses it, taps it back to Parr. Across to Brandon. Up the boards to Ormson, fires it across, not received. SA going to work it up the boards here. Tonkin can't get possession. Kirsty Martin walks it in. Miscues the shot with the wooden stick. Might look at an upgrade after this tournament. All right, there goes Tonkin up the boards. Got no one in support except a lone player on the other side of the ice, but she's still got possession. She's broken away. Fires it into the slot. Defender taps it down, works it away to safety. Alicia Martin, the captain. Right into Kate Irvine. Very difficult play to get the ball through. No icing. Referees waved off icing here for good reason, obviously. And SA on the counter attack, trying to break out. Okay. Bit scrappy. Ramirez for ACT with a little bit of a soccer kick. Yep, it's all about soccer here. The girls are going for lots of kicks. Not enough control. Shoni for SA, taps it back to Kate Irvine. Shoni Muller on the break. 50-50 ball there. Gets possession of it. Whacks it in. Didn't have a player there. Oh! Pretty decent attempt there from SA. Just sailing a little bit to the right of the uprights. They're leading for good reason, putting lots of pressure on ACT. ACT's had the better of the tournament leading into this match, but it's grand final, so it's a completely different situation. Intensity is noticeably higher. Both teams playing hard, so you go home with the chocolates. All right, ACT just holding the ball, just a bit of dawdling here. Not too much urgency, because there's no real pressure coming from SA. Nevertheless, the ball goes back behind the goals. ACT trying to work it across. Ball's gone loose. SA in possession, one-time shot. That's going to be an obstructed ball. SA in possession. Keeper's been pulled. So referee's playing advantage here. SA player taken away from her teammates, but they're still in possession. Kate Irvine fires a shot in. Ricochets off the ACT player and out of play. All right. So 2-minute penalty coming up for an instructive slide. Try and get the number plate of the villain there. Number 7, Michelle Ramirez for ACT, making the walk of shame off the ice. She'll have a couple of minutes to cool her feet. Actually warm her feet up. The ice is pretty cold, got to remember that. A lot of these people are suffering from borderline hypothermia. They actually all get their toes checked before and after each game to make sure that they're still getting enough blood flow. But they're elite players, so you expect that they're going to be able to cope with these conditions. All right, SA taking it up into a bit of space. Remember, they've got a player advantage here, but they still turn the ball over, but ACT coming away with it. Alicia Martin looking to receive a pass from her teammate. Not happening. ACT turn the ball over. Ball doesn't connect with the teammate there, but shot gets fired in, easily batted down by the defence. High stick there, I think. Referee didn't call it. Alicia Martin a bit lucky to get away with that, I think. All right, Kirsty Martin runs it in, fires the ball, just goes across the face of goal. The keeper doesn't need to make a save. And might I say that in that hot pink helmet, she's going to be feeling pretty in pink, pretty confident too. So we've got 45 seconds left on the penalty kill, and SA just dump it over the net. Not the best play, but both teams will be happy to have a bit of a breather there. So by the time Ramirez gets back on the ice for ACT, there'll be 2 minutes remaining, and quite likely still a 1-goal deficit to make up. I think the referee might have copped it in the crotch there. He's not showing any signs of pain though. Probably wearing a box. Good move. Alicia Martin hits her sister in the right in the head. That's a Falcon of the highest quality. Alright, ACT down a player, but still putting plenty of pressure on. SA regain control. They need to work the ball around the perimeter. They're sitting very high here. And ACT putting a press on, and Kirsty Martin gets a turnover. Ball bobbles forward. Alright. This might be an icing call. Referees, yeah. A little bit lucky there, I think. Alright, got a timeout. And the 30-second timeout is counting down as we speak, so both teams get into a huddle. South Australia with the timeout call. The South Australian side definitely in the box seat to take this out. All they got to do is just make sure they play to player. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And with the Martin sisters out there, anything can happen. ACT has also pulled the keeper, so they're going to have 6 players running on the ice here. So that'll give them a distinct advantage. All right, Mackenzie for ACT works across with teammate Ramirez, back on the ice now. Mackenzie calling for it, on her wrong side though. Works it back to Ramirez, sets it up. They're a fair way out, ACT. They're going to put a shot in, they do. Blocked easily by Kate Irvine, but ACT keep the pressure up. Clock ticks down. Just over a minute remaining. ACT got to fire it in. Look for a shot or a ricochet. Alicia Martin there. Behind the goals. Looking to get it back to Lamont. He takes it. Works it across the ice. Back to Ramirez. She's going to fire it in. It's a good shot. I think it was going just high, but Kate Irvine deflected it over the crossbar just for a bit of extra security. Whoa! Close call there. Keeper didn't really need to make a save. Ramirez going to shoot it in right into the nether regions there. That ball's just pinballing around. Okay, Lamont on the wrong side. Kirsty Martin hasn't got a big shot. Lamont backhands it. Miscue. Kirsty Martin regains. Ramirez slaps it in. Mackenzie there. He's on his stick. Difficult chance. SA, they're going to hold on, I think. 10 seconds remaining. Getting scrappy. ACT, fire it in once more. Ormison there, works it back to Lamont. 2 seconds, shot goes in. SA win 1-0. And they're celebrating like they won the grand final because they just did. I think both teams are going to be spent after that game. Pretty much end-to-end play. The SA girls really defied expectations there by taking out the final. The ACT players should hold their heads up high though. They put in a great effort, had some opportunities. Next game coming up in just a few minutes. Men's elite final between New South Wales Sliders in the orange and the ACT Flames in the purple strip. New South Wales will have to be a favourite for this game as well. They're undefeated through the round robin stage of the tournament. ACT though, playing on their home ice, be really hungry for a win. They're going to bring a bit of, plenty of hustle, plenty of energy. New South Wales will have to work pretty hard to get a win. It could go either way. So we've got a pretty strong crowd in here. Plenty of New South Wales supporters. Lots of local Canberrans as well, or Territorians. Looking at the team lists for New South Wales, the captain Saxon Hooper playing centre. Damien Collier, Peter Yabsley also playing centres. Forwards, Louis Sultano, Josh Burton, Dom Collier, Daniel Wong, Aaron Diamond, Dane Hanson. Defense, Tim Brown, Reece Shepherd, Jeff Ferrara, Zach Law, Davin Harvey, Sam Boer, and James Christoph in goals. For the ACT, we've got Kevin Jeffrey, Chris Lucas, Bryce Marshall, captain, Nigel Banks, Michael Harkins, Chris Silesia, Zach Brandon, Shane Martin, Ben Boyd, Jose Ramirez, Lachlan Usher, Eric Usher, and Julian Luco. Whether they're all out there, time will tell. Julian Luco, across there, number 58. A ring in from Queensland, who weren't able to field any teams this year, unfortunately, but he'll be a play to watch. Late scratching from the New South Wales side, Zach Law, injured yesterday. New South Wales undefeated through the tournament, so they'll be looking to be very dominant in this match. They've certainly been the form team over the last 10 years. Alright, no coin toss here by the looks of things. New South Wales have called the running from left to right as their preferred direction. They win at least 9 out of 10 games going that way. Only 1 out of 10 going the other way. Yeah, look up the stats, they're out there. Just Google it. ACT already on the back foot. Chris Lucas there for ACT, very difficult player to get the ball off. You would have seen him he's more famous for his streaking performance about 20 minutes ago. He's got significantly more clothing and protective armour on now. Good forecheck from New South Wales. Tim Brown gets possession momentarily. Now it's turned over. Luco pushes it forward. Tim Brown in the thick of the action. Second oldest man in Broomball passes it to the oldest man in Broomball, Saxon Hooper. He still moves. Whoa, big check from Banks. Aaron Diamond's laid out. Ref's blown a timeout. Aaron Diamond's quite possibly been hit in the head there with that check from Banks. There may be a penalty coming from this. Yeah, it was a high shot from Nigel Banks by the looks of it. I hope Aaron Diamond's okay. So illegal hit's going to be below the shoulders. That may have been a bit high. You can look at the replay at home and see for yourselves. There being a contact game, this is you got to expect some of those big hits, but I think Aaron Diamond was a little bit caught off guard there. Yeah, Aaron Diamond's not a player to go down easily either, so it may be unlikely that he'll come back on. So he's just getting assessed by the medic at the moment. They're checking his neck. He's certainly looking a bit groggy. Some of the Flames players go over to Diamond just to show a little bit of concern. All right, so less than a minute gone. 0-0. Marshall for ACT diffuses the situation there. New South Wales push it forward. Marshall again, the captain for ACT, getting the ball to his teammate. Going back and forth in this middle zone. Zach Brandon there. Number 1 for ACT, Brandon. Good bit of pressure. Marshall there, slaps it down. Jeff Ferrara, Scarface, takes it up to the boards, loses possession though. Marshall, again, gets it back. Good forward pressure here from Dom Collier. Keeps the pressure on, manages to get a turnover. Reece Shepherd in possession, miscues the shot. Yabsley has a swing. It was a bit of a speculative shot, but went into the body of Marshall and out of bounds. So we'll get a restart just outside of the ACT goals. You're going to see lots of quick subs in this game, so that the speed's going to be incredibly fast. And with this quality Canberra ice, you should certainly see some pretty skillful play and movement. Daniel Wong there at the face-off. Gets turned over. Reece Shepherd chasing back. Icing not called by the ref. Shepherd works it forward. Gets it to Louis Sultana Brand. Takes it forward to Dane Hansen. Ball didn't quite cross halfway. Shane Martin there. Always seems to find himself in a goal scoring opportunity, but James Christoph reacted very sharply. Martin there with his wooden stick. Ball bobbles against the net. Stays in. Luco's on the ice in the red helmet. Lucas there at the back. Flicks it across to the centre to Banks. Banks pushes forward to Luco. Gets in space. A quick shot. That's a miss. It was side netting. You saw the net move, but it went behind the post. But he's dangerous. He'll shoot very quickly. So you don't want to give him any space whatsoever. All right. Banks there. Josh Babyface Burden there in the white helmet for New South Wales, putting a bit of pressure on the forecheck. Lucas in possession. Tim Brown moves forward, almost forces a turnover. Ramirez flicks the ball out. We're going to see a restart in front of the ACT goals. Chris Hookins, the ref, got a bit confused there. So the restart should be, okay, gets moved to the next zone. Saxon Hooper didn't quite win the face-off, didn't quite lose it. New South Wales back on side now. Bit of pressure, Shepherd. Chases back, got some pressure on him, flicks it forward to Burden. Ball crosses the line, Yabsley there, hovering. Okay, between the legs, passing it to Marshall, which is good. Yabsley putting lots of pressure on Burden. Running around, chasing the ball. All right, you got Shepherd with the ball, gets it to the boards. Burden takes it, he's got a little bit of time. Brandon's in pursuit of him, Hooper's free. Now they've got Tim Brown waiting for the pass. Hooper takes the wrong option and the ACT players let him know about it. You won't be happy with that. But you won't see too many errors like that from Saxon Hooper, despite his age. So the game's certainly been played at a breakneck pace. Less than 4 minutes have gone, still 0-0. There will be overtime at the end of the game if scores are tied. Until then, it's just going to be stop time. Shane Martin hacks the ball across. Aaron Diamond seems to have recovered. He's upright, he's breathing, and he's got his helmet on, and he's looking ready to go. Chris Lucas fires the ball in. I think it ricocheted off Jeff Ferrara there and went across the face of goal. So almost an own goal there. Dane Hanson whips the ball to the boards. John Collier flicks it across. Won't be icing because that's quite a good pass. Lucas scurries back, gets it to the keeper, who wouldn't have been expecting to receive the pass there, but he managed to get it to Banks, who pushes it forward. Martin there sliding on his back. Good play for him, Damo Collier. Davin Harvey in pursuit there. ACT appeal for a penalty, but there's not much in that. All right. Banks whips back to the keeper, flicks it forward. ACT marching out, Martin on the boards. Going to look for Brandon in the centre, crosses it. Harvey gets a stick to it. Taps it away, Brandon whips it back. Marshall's there, fires it into the back of Burden. Burden's 50-50 ball. Josh Burden there. All right, Damo Collier's, Aaron Diamond's back on the ice. Keeper deflects it out. Burden looks for a one-handed shot. Can't get it. Tim Brown's up the boards, calling for it. Getting plenty of pressure there from number 45, Lachlan Usher. Making life very difficult for New South Wales. Bit of contact there, missed what happened, but good check from Saxon Hooper there. Grace Shepherd has a little bit of time, but now he gets rushed. Ball turned over to Brandon. Fires it in backhanded, but skies the ball. That'll bring rain before it brings goals. So it's definitely a final match. Both teams really stepping it up in terms of the physical contact. Hope you're enjoying it. All right, Tim Brown fires it across. Julian Luque gets the ball, puts it through the legs of Sandbauer. 50, if the shoots. Jimmy the wall, Christoph, pretty safe at the back there, hard to get through. And he makes the save, and then he just traps that second ball. James Christoph, New South Wales keeper, certainly a fixture in this New South Wales side. Easily the safest keeper in this competition. All right, so Dane Hanson and Louis Sultana Brand chasing the ball forward. Keeper comes out. Okay, leaving the goal mouth totally open. New South Wales can't get a turnover yet, though. All right, Chris Lucas in possession. He's a cool head. He's going to look for a ball through the middle if he's got an opportunity. Banks slaps it forward. Christoph's going to stay in goal. This won't be icing. Actually, yes, no. Referee put the arm up for icing. But look, if there wasn't really any pursuit from the ACT players there, so fair enough not to call icing. Anyway, restart deep in ACT's half. Hooper at the face-off. He's got Shepherd back to his right. We'll flick it back to him if he can. Bryce Marshall in possession. Just chips the ball forward with a bit of backspin. Jeff Ferrara in pursuit. Fires it forward to halfway. Aaron Diamond there. Looking a lot better than he was a couple of minutes ago. Reece Shepherd gets a bit of body into it. All right, we've got Brandon again. He's going to look for a player. Ferrara stands him up. Good bit of contact. Shane Martin going to flick it behind himself. Looking for Brandon coming through. ACT players, so they've got a lot more people on the ice than 6. They're moving quite well. All right, Shane Martin sliding around on the ice. Can't get a turnover though. Diamond flicks it forward. Burton in pursuit. Ends up in the goal mouth. All right, now Martin unchecked on the halfway line. Gets it through to Brandon. Usher gets the ball, but Tim Brown covers quite nicely. Backed up in defence well. Beats player, beats Brandon. Good work, good movement. Pushes it forward to the boards. Diamond couldn't connect with it though. Good intensity here. All right, Shane Martin taps it back to Marshall. Marshall's looking for a chip again. He likes that. Up the middle. Bit of backspin. I think this is going to be icing yet again. Neither side really taking the game by the scruff of the neck. It's pretty even. ACT certainly with a couple of close opportunities, but nothing to show for it just yet. But they'll keep pushing right to the very final second. All right, Sambor for New South Wales. Bit of an air swing there. He's known for it. Waves to the keeper. James Christoph comes out. Diffuses the situation. Yabsley fires across the ice, gets a ricochet for Burden, but Lucas intercepts. Pushes it forward, uses the body to screen. Burden turns it back towards the goal. And Luco, what's he going to do? He's going to go for a run perhaps. No, flicks it through, can't get it through. Damo Collier though. Sam Ball pushes it forward to Yabsley. Dom Collier gets the ball. Yabsley then gets possession, fires it in, but it's deflected. All right, keepers come out from New South Wales. Luco in pursuit, but Christoph made the right move there. Okay, the ball's back safely in ACT's territory. ACT back on side now. Louis Sultana subs on, keeps the ball in their half. New South Wales offside. So pretty exciting passage of play there. James Christoph certainly made a good early decision to rush out and swat the ball away before Luco could get possession of it. ACT will be looking for those breakaway goals pretty frequently. All right, Louis Sultana, yeah, good work there. No icing here, so Shepherd will go back. He's got Ferrara to pass to. Where's New South Wales is out here. ACT have got players marked pretty tightly, but Ferrara gets free, puts it up over the boards, over halfway. Marshall there, slipping and sliding around. Reece Shepherd goes in, fires a shot, goes just across the face of goal. That was pretty decent. No one there to bat it in. Louis Sultana fires it across. Dane Hansen in possession. Not enough time though to trap it and shoot. Needs a one-time shot from there. Good movement there from ACT, but they haven't got enough players up there. Good check from Reece Shepherd. And now Brandon checks Ferrara. Wild shot there from ACT, 49. All right, ACT, Shane Martin fires it in off the shoulder of Burden. All right, I think this is a penalty for sure. So Zach Brandon, the assistant captain, essentially shouldered Jeff Ferrara in the back into the board, so it's either going to be a call of roughing or it's going to be boarding. But he's no stranger to the penalty bench. ACT pushing pretty hard, high energy. Brandon's having a conversation with the ref, just clarifying the decision there. Maybe he's asking if he wants to go out for dinner later on. You know, grab a beer, have a bit of a chat about it, try and solve maybe the the nuclear issue in North Korea. Who knows? Back to the play. Hooper doesn't quite win the face-off. Luco gets it back over New South Wales' half. ACT, they'll be pretty passive here. They'll just wind the clock down until Brandon comes back on the ice. Luco, though, pushing up. He's going to leave them short 2 players if he keeps doing that. Hansen goes forward. He's got Harvey to pass to. Can't get it there. Lucas intercepts. And he's happy to just push it over halfway. This will be icing. So we'll get a restart deep in ACT's half. The ACT players are going bananas about something. They didn't think it was icing. They thought he slid the ball from inside New South Wales' half, but we'll see. Okay, referees have had a little conference there, and I think there's some agreement, so they're going to just do a drop in the centre ice. All right, Harvey across to Tim Brown, teabags, second oldest man in Broomball. Yabsley fires it in. Hooper, I think, got a stick on it, but it was blocked. Luco lunging, diving, flying around. Tim Brown in possession. He's not going to pass through Luco, I hope. He passes around him just, but ACT pressing pretty high here. Remember, they're still down a player for another minute. Tim Brown fires it in. He can score from there. Hooper went in. He really needed to get low and fire it in, but didn't quite have enough time. Referees have waved off an icing call. Not sure that was correct, but you'd have to have a look at the replay. Okay, ball goes back over New South Wales. Luco intercepts, springs back up. He's one-on-one with the keeper. He reverse kicks it into James Christoph. He makes a fine save yet again. And Tim Brown disturbs the goals by accident. But yeah, you cannot push soft passes anywhere near Julian Luco. He will intercept them, he'll pick them off all day. And New South Wales a bit lucky there not to concede. Still 0-0. All right, Harvey there. Not a good clean out at all. All right, Marshall in possession, fires it in. Hooper taps it down. Good play. Sultana hacks it into Martin. Ball goes over through Damo Collier. P. Yabsley in possession. Scoops it forward to Collier. Good option. Okay. Back to Yabsley. Yabsley across to Harvey maybe. Yes, now Brandon's coming on. Yabsley's got the ball there. Hooper and Harvey. Really too close to one another. And Brandon intercepts. He's got plenty of energy, having been in the penalty box for the last couple of minutes. Fires it across the other side of the ice. Damo Collier, good ball. Yabsley gets onto it, dumps it forward. Good option. Full line change for New South Wales. Dom Collier on the ice with Daniel Wong on the far side there. ACT moving forward through Luco, who's got possession through 2 players, 3 players. Can't get through them all though. Usher there, scrapping for the ball. Dane Hansen hacks it forward. Picked off. Dom Collier there, trying to get possession from New South Wales. A bit scrappy. So we got a penalty coming up. Your guess is as good as mine. I think it's an interference call. It's either holding or interference. Either way, Dom Collier is going across to the penalty box, doing the walk of shame. And it's getting very tense down here. So we've got 2 minutes and 2 seconds left on the clock. So that means that New South Wales will effectively be down a player until halftime unless a goal is scored by ACT, in which case Collier will come back on. So ACT, Brandon there, wins the face-off, gets back to Lucas, who holds off a little bit, Banks. Okay, they're going to work it around the perimeter here. He'll go right. Good call there. Martin, he's going to push it to Lucas, I suspect. He's the more open player. Slow ball movement, but Martin fires it in. Blocked quite nicely by Aaron Diamond. This will be icing, I suspect. No, I don't think so. He should have... I don't think he ran as hard as he could, but you know, if we're talking about... Yeah, there's no pursuit there from New South Wales. Anyway. Yeah, so icing's a difficult rule to enforce consistently. But anyway, Lucas fires the ball in, deflected off Tim Brown's leg. Shane Martin with the volley, baseball style. Yabsley whips it forward. That's pretty much the perfect sort of pass there when you're down a player. Yabsley there, good pressure. Louis Sultana pushes it behind goals, good option. So we'll go just over a minute 10 until half-time. Banks running it, just jogging it out. Lucas scoops it across. Yabsley half-controlled it, but not quite. Martin in the middle. Yabsley's got the ball now. He's just going to push it over. He runs it, beats Banks, takes it wide. He's got Sultana pushing through. Can't quite get onto the pass. Nice little tap there from Lucas to defuse the situation. But ACT are a player up. They need to be putting a lot more pressure on than what they are. Brown puts it just below the level of the ceiling there. Good effort. Brown getting the ball back. Takes it to the boards. Miscues. ACT have possession with Luco. Luco to Martin. Martin's looking for a player. Hasn't really got anyone free except Luco. Luco's going to fire this in at some stage. Gets it nice and close. Good forehand shot, just deflected. Martin shoots it in. Just a little jab there, really. Damo Collier easily just blocks that. Half-time. So scoreless opening half. Pretty fair result. Both sides certainly having some opportunities. ACT perhaps just looking a little bit better, a little bit cleaner. One of the ACT players has a bit of a nosebleed. I think it's Boyd, so he may not go back on. The New South Wales side, the Sliders certainly need to just stick to their plan, I think, and trying to maintain a bit of possession, set up the ball around the perimeter. I suspect we're going to see a goal from a power play when perhaps ACT or New South Wales are a player down. But yeah, Julian Luco definitely looking quite dangerous there. He had a couple of close opportunities, and I think in terms of the halftime shout from both teams there is pretty evenly matched as well. So New South Wales playing to their less preferred end at the moment. Harvey gets the ball. Usher for the ACT intercepts. And they're both sides straight back into it. It's just like the first minute of the first half. Not looking tired one little bit. Both sides, no doubt, sticking to a pretty strict fitness regime. Prepared pretty well for the tournament. All right, Sultana in pursuit there. Bit of boarding there, possibly. This could be a simultaneous penalty. I think the ACT player took exception to the contact. But the referees are only calling penalty against Louis Sultana. So yeah, go just rewind a little bit if you want to have a close look at that. So here we go. Within the first 30 seconds of the second half, we've already got a power play for ACT. They've got Luco at the face-off. Flicks it forward, he's in possession, he fires a shot in. Goes harmlessly behind the goal, so Christoph didn't have to make a save. ACT with Harkins there to Marshall. Marshall steps it in a little bit. Back to Harkins. Harkins at the top. He's got Yabsley to shoot through. He's not going to want to do that. Marshall. ACT not really utilising their third player there, who only now gets the ball. Hacks it in. And Usher almost scored. Very unlucky. Seemed to hit the crossbar and bounce back out. But that's what ACT need to do more of. Number 50, Chris Salesia, fired in the shot from the corner there to Usher, who put a great one-time shot on. I don't think the keeper got anything on that. Now Yabsley at the face-off for New South Wales against Brandon. The referee says no. Let's do that again. Ball has to hit the ice first before they make contact with the ball. Okay, New South Wales scoop it back. Still down to play for another minute 23. Yabsley fires it forward. That'll be an icing call as well. So ACT probably with one of their strongest lines at the moment. They got Lucas at the back with Banks. Martin's there, ready to receive the ball and fire it in straight away, which he does. And James Christoph makes a great save. That was a direct hit to the box, which he's obviously wearing because he's back up straight away. But yep, saw that coming with Martin lining up for the shot straight away. He can score from just about anywhere, that guy. New South Wales defuse the situation for the moment. They've still got a minute 10 left on the penalty kill though. Martin there, holding the ball up, gets back to Banks. ACT should be able to break out pretty soon. Brandon there, knocks it down with the stick. Tim Brown winding back the clock here. Good play. Gets it to Dom Collier. So we've got the two Collier brothers on the ice. Again, they hate each other. They rarely talk to one another. But they do get it together when they're on the ice. Bit of brotherly love. Close call there for ACT. All right, Banks on the far side, unmarked. Chose not to fire it in. They're not rushing the shots. They're looking for the... Right up to, having said that, that was a bit of a rush shot. Anyway, Martin gets the ball, flicks it back to Lucas. One-time shot from Banks. Straight into bodies, though. Dom Collier. Good effort, no icing. Virtually a bit half line change there for New South Wales. Tim Burton back on the ice in the white helmet there. Who gets involved? Brees Shepherd runs it out for New South Wales. Julian Luco gets the ball, flicks it forward. ACT, bit of contact there from Shepherd on Luco. Seemed legal. Luco in the non-ACT pants, the Australia pants. Perhaps should earn himself a 2-minute penalty for non-compliance with uniform. Oh, nice tap through there from number 49. Who unfortunately isn't on the score sheet, so we can't credit him for the attempt for the close call. Good pressure from ACT, but Burton gets a turnover. Just pushes the ball deep into ACT's half. Keeps it there, gets it behind the goals. Now Yabsley gets a little bit obstructed by the keeper. Hooper puts a lot of pressure on 49 again. Hooper across to Shepherd. Shepherd back to Hooper. Luco almost intercepts but lost balance. Burden with the ball. He's going to push it to Harvey maybe. No. He tried to dump it up in the corner but unfortunately put it over the board. So we'll have a restart from the New South Wales half. So we've got Jeff Ferrara and Davin Harvey in defence. Dom Collier in centre. Damien Collier at centre and Dom at forward with Pete Yabsley still out there as well. They hit the 4 metre high roof for about the 100th time today. So we're going to restart for New South Wales to get on the attack, back at full strength. Harvey pushes it forward, Collier in pursuit. Brandon swipes it across the halfway, Ferrara chasing. 150 Crystal Leisure there, good contest. Usher in there, scrapping for the ball. Ferrara pushes it forward, doesn't cross the halfway line. Banks pushes it to Brandon. Brandon's going to whack it in at some stage, which he does. No one there to clean up the crumbs for ACT. Yabsley in possession, using the body quite nicely. Holds it up, cool head there. He's taking his time, he's going to hack it forward to Harvey. The ball's just a little bit too hot though. And the refs do call icing. So we've got Luco back on the ice for ACT with Marshall, Harkins Boyd, and Shaden Martin with his wooden stick. An oversized toothpick. Scored a lot of goals with it, no doubt. Gets possession, flicks it back to Marshall. Harkins calling for it, but Marshall's going to hit it to the opposite side of the boards, I think. He chips it forward. Luco chasing after it, pushes Bora in the back, seemingly. Referees calling penalty here against ACT for boarding or some sort of push in the back against Dane Hansen. Tim Brown attempts to get it forward to Hooper, who would have been in the clear if he got possession, but yet another penalty, which is pretty much what we expect from the New South Wales ACT match. So this looks very much like the power play line for New South Wales, with Saxon Hooper, Dane Hansen, Pete Yabsley, Davin Harvey and Tim Brown. But ACT in front of their home crowd always seem to make up for a player deficit. Luco going back, almost puts it into his own net. Now Tim Brown in possession, Yabsley, they're going to work it around the perimeter there, not going to rush this. Harvey's got to have the shot here. The goal's been disturbed, I think. Okay. A little bit unexpected. The ACT keeper is celebrating that there's a penalty against New South Wales. I'm not sure what for exactly. Should just be a 2-minute penalty against Dane Hansen. Perhaps there was just a bit too much jostling off the ball. Didn't seem to be objecting too much. Took it well. Now both sides 4-4. ACT certainly take it forward quite well with Marshall. Just a nice little scooped shot. Christoph couldn't reach it, but it went harmlessly across the face of goal. Harvey back to Brown. Brown looking for a player, but he's got Luco in front of him. Red helmet on red helmet. Luco dives, gets a turnover. Can't control possession though. Hooper flicks it forward to Diamond. Diamond's got to pass it inside to Brown, I think. We'll take it up to the corner. Gets it to Brown, taps it down. He's got Harvey. But Brown miscues the shot. With the rebound, goes back to Hooper. We've got a minute until the ACT player gets back on the ice. Brown subs off. Shepherd comes on. Martin takes possession. He was unmarked there while that substitution was being made. Luco runs it forward, but turns it over to Hooper. Hooper pushing forward. He's got Diamond to his left, Harvey to his right. Harvey to Hooper. Hooper didn't have time for the shot. Blocked nicely by Harkins. Hooper subs off. Shepherd holds it up. Damien Collier calls for it. Now he's in space. Aaron Diamond subbing off. I don't know why, because they would have had an opportunity there if Collier was able to pass it to him. But he ran off the ice. Harvey fires it in, the keeper buffs it away. Shepherd mistraps it, but gets possession, puts it forward to Harvey, fires it in, blocked nicely there.
Guys, they're going to penalty kill.
ACT back at full strength now.
Penalty kill.
The Collier brothers trying to get the ball to one another, but lose possession. Martin flicks it up over halfway. Shepherd stumbles. Luco on the breakout. Falls over. Harvey gets the ball. Good work, Devin Harvey. Banks keeps it just inside. Shot there from ACT, but it was blocked by Reece Shepherd. Got there, scrambled. Great desperation in defence from New South Wales. Both teams at full strength. Dane Hanson, the wrecking ball, back on the ice. He's pretty well rested after his stint in the box. ACT going to fire it in at some stage. They'll work it back to Lucas. Lucas is going to have to put it up the boards, I think. Switches it. ACT can't quite fire the ball in. Christoph comes out. Freezes the ball.
Wow.
We've been informed that the New South Wales bench is pretty rank with sweat, and we're really copying it up here, so I think we need to be getting paid some danger money. We can't quite smell the ACT bench. Smells like chocolate, apparently. That's what gets them fueled up for Broomball. I don't know if it's working for them. All right, so both sides, after a couple of penalties there, finally back at full strength. Tim Brown rushes forward, gets possession, slips. ACT still have the ball, fires it in. I think it's Brandon there, sprawled on the ice. Banks gets it. Who's he got? He hasn't really got an easy pass, but he scoops it across the ice to Brandon, who taps it down, gets it around Harvey. Good save from Christoph, got the body in the way there. Very, very sharp save. ACT, big swing. Can't get it through Jeff Ferrara. Jeff Ferrara is moving pretty well. Wong across to Sultana. Sultana can't quite get it through the ACT defence though. Ball's in to 49, who's loose. Fires in a shot. It sailed just ever so slightly to the left side of the post. That was a very, very close call. And 49 again fires it in, but straight into the body of Sultana. So Christoph there wasn't really going to make the save there if he was on target. It was a really good shot. Wong breaks out. He's got Sultana inside. Wong fires it just over the crossbar. New South Wales still in possession. Keeper out of position. Referee's got the hand up for a penalty. New South Wales. It's against New South Wales. New South Wales players are not happy about this. Referees need to take control of the situation. Seems like it's Louis Sultana that's being penalised. Not sure exactly what for. We're waiting for the referees to give a signal. But there was certainly a fair bit of argy-bargy there. He's been sent off for interference, so that's another 2 minutes. So ACT certainly got their tails up. Luco at the face-off, didn't win it, didn't lose it, but this will be icing, I'm sure. A lot of icing calls this game. It's short ice compared with other rinks, so the players get a bit of a breather. New South Wales needs to stay cool, wind down the clock, and then really press in the last few minutes. Yabsley at the face-off against Luco. I think Yabsley got that just. In possession, Luco's hounding him. Damo Collier runs it around, he's got Harvey. Harvey's free. Needs an early pass, but doesn't use him. Goes to Yabsley, who's got two players on him. Luco intercepts, passes it. Doesn't quite get to 45 there, Usher. Yabsley fires it forward. I think that's going to be icing yet again. Good passage of play there for ACT. They're certainly looking dangerous. Luco and Yabsley yet again. Luco seems to win that one. Usher gets it across to Lucas, who makes a nice pass to Banks. Banks fires it in. Goes around the back. Yabsley picks up the crumbs. Luco managed to get a stick on that, but it went back to Damo Collier. Yabsley's got it. Fires it across the ice. This won't be icing. That's a great ball from Yabsley. Lucas runs it down. Just over a minute left in this penalty kill for New South Wales. ACT going to look to mount a big attack soon. Banks pushes it across to Lucas. Martin's on the boards. Not really a passing option. He's going to lift it. Goes across the ice to Yabsley in the centre. Pretty harmless there. Luco taps it down. No icing. Keeper comes out. Works it around to Lucas. Eventually. Banks in possession. He's got Luco in the middle. He should use him. Cuts him out to Lucas, who fires it forward. Beautiful pass to Lachlan Usher, who taps it back to Martin. ACT sitting very high at the moment. Luco shoots, but Yabsley blocks it nicely. And Lucas yet again going back to reclaim possession. New South Wales, just a 3-1 here. They're not going to push forward. They've only got 10 seconds left on the kill. Yabsley taps it forward. Harvey volleys it, but can't control it. Goes out of goes over the boards there. There we go. Ferrara, bit of a stumble there. Face plants onto the ice, but I'll give him a 7.9 there for execution. All right, Louis Sultana rushing back out. ACT look to fire it in, finds an open player, puts a shot on, goes across the face. Harkins fires it across. Again, this player's still unmarked. New South Wales not manning up here. ACT, whoop, Brandon taps it down, can't regain possession though. Diamond runs it over halfway, hasn't really got anyone pursuing. Tries to get it across to the centre, but no one was really there. Hooper was too wide for him. All right, Tim Brown taps it back. Diamond putting a bit of pressure there. Burton putting equal pressure on the forecheck, but ACT managed to take the ball up towards the blue line. But Tim Brown locks it up, gets it forward, regains possession. Now what's he going to do? He's going to work it back to Reece Shepherd. Shepherd hasn't got anyone to pass to. Runs it across to the boards, good option. Burton gets it, taps it back to Shepherd. Shepherd's got to fire it in, he does. But it was a rush pass. Yabsley and Hooper crowding one another a bit. Yabsley fires it in, but he got a stick check, I think, from 58. And wasn't able to get a good shot on. Marshall there for ACT, passes it to his number 35, Michael Harkins. Julian Luco receives the ball. He's going to try and bet the whole team if he can, but he can't. Reece Shepherd stands him up. But he absolutely there, driving on the ice. And now we're getting some cheers from the New South Wales part of the crowd. We're waiting to see who's going off. So a bit of uncertainty here as to what's actually happened.
I think that's a penalty on the keeper. So they're putting someone across to take the penalty.
All right. There we go. Not sure what the penalty was, but it was against the goalkeeper. So one of the players from the ACT bench is going off to serve the 2-minute penalty. The keeper can't be sent off for that. Anyway, Harvey taps it back to Brown. Brown to Harvey. Luco's there. Across to Yabsley. Now Yabsley's got plenty of time here. He's got Martin in front of him. Very difficult to shoot through. I think Yabsley's going to give it a go. Gets back to Brown. Harvey's there. He's got to be the shooter. It's either going to be Yabsley or Harvey, but it's a big pass from Brown to Harvey, but he makes it. He's got to shoot this. Gets it to Hooper. Hooper shoots. I think that hit the post. The keeper stuck the leg out. I don't think it came off his leg, but that was a pretty good opportunity there for New South Wales. All right, Harvey with the ball. gets turned over by Luco, fires it into his own player Lucas. Brown's too quick, he gets it before it crosses the crease. New South Wales a bit slack getting back on side here. They finally do. Yabsley takes it over. It's going to work across to Harvey, I think. Okay, check from Luco, who's going to get sent off. Julian Luco asks the question, "What did I do, sir?" But he knows that he's getting a bit rough there. He's pushing people in the back. He's getting pretty aggressive. So now ACT have 2 players in the penalty bench.
But for some reason they put penalty on our side of the ball.
So the penalty seconds for number 58 should be on the other side of the scoreboard. And we've only got 50 seconds left in this game. So New South Wales with the 2-player advantage have to score. They need to be patient, but they can't faff around too long. Yabsley with possession is going to have to find Brown. And Hooper's going to be the scoring option here. He's ready for the ball. They might do this a few times, working around the perimeter. Brown with the ball. It's going to go back to Brown. Will Harvey get it through the players? No. Brown gets it across towards Hooper. Yabsley, a great diving pass there. Brown fires it in, the keeper saves it. Marshall fires it forward. It's going to be icing. Very quick passage of play there. So New South Wales is struggling to get the ball around the perimeter and make a quick shot. All right, so just 14 seconds left. Brown with the ball, gets it to Yabsley. Yabsley to Hooper on his wrong side, though he traps it, gets it back to Yabsley. They can't do this too much more. Now Brown's got to shoot. Yabsley's got to shoot. Hooper's got to shoot. Someone's got to shoot. He's going to hit it back stick, surely. I don't think the players quite knew how little time is left on the clock there. But they know that in overtime they're still going to have a player advantage for the next minute and 11 seconds. I've been informed that's going to be 15 minutes of stop time. Maybe even run time. So my commentary advisor is advising me that it may be 4 and 4. Does that include the keeper? All right, so 4 players plus the keeper, so 5 on each side. Either way, ACT is going to be down a player. So a bit of a struggle there for New South Wales to capitalise on a 2-player advantage. I wonder if they'll rue the opportunities there. The ACT goalkeeper having a bit of having some words with Tim Brown there. A bit of friendly banter, I think. Keeper's had a good game. Seems like the players and officials are trying to establish what the rules of overtime are. Always a good time to work that out when you're actually in overtime. Alan Jabs, the referee supremo, laying down the law. Biggest moustache in Broomball. So we're definitely running a fair way behind schedule here. But the spectators are certainly going to get their money's worth, that's for sure. So this game could still go either way. Yep, apparently nobody paid to come here, so they're already ahead, let's face it. All right, so New South Wales is going to have 4 players plus the keeper. ACT is going to have 3 players plus their keeper. Once Julian Luco gets on the ice, he's going to be pressing pretty hard, I think. He may sub off straight away and get one of his teammates onto the ice. Just the momentum of this game's just gone with the discussions around overtime. Right. Interesting situation here. So it's actually meant to be 3-on-3 plus the keepers, but I don't think ACT can continue if they've only got 2 players on the ice. So it's going to be 4-on-3 until Luco gets back on the ice. Then after the next whistle, both teams will drop down to 3-on-3. New South Wales, ball gets fired in by Aaron Diamond. It's a good shot, plenty of heat on that one. Keeper blocks it, destabilises the goals, and we'll see a drop. Those goals not really buried in the ice. Hooper and Martin, 2 oldest players in the sport. Hooper wins the face-off to Diamond to Brown. Brown, left to right, to left to right. Passes it to Diamond. He's got a good shot. No, don't pass it through Martin's stick. Puts a shot on, but keeper blocks it nicely. Brown gets possession. It's got Diamond there calling for it. Gets it to Hooper though. If they can work it around the perimeter quickly, they can get a good shot on. And Brown, so Yabsley comes out. Hooper's in the slot. Yabsley fires it just wide of the post. Good effort there. Hooper putting a lot of pressure on. Lucas tries to take it out. Yabsley goes for the shot, but I think Martin just cleared the ball. Just got enough of a touch on it to push it away from Yabsley. Good desperation from the ACT Flames. So New South Wales only with an a player advantage for another 11 seconds. Yabsley at the face-off, doesn't quite win it, but ball gets reclaimed by Hooper to Brown. Hooper waiting for the ball, but goes across the Diamond. Pushes it back to Brown. Brown's going to fire it in. No, he doesn't. He just waits. And 50 closes the gap. And now Brown's got an opportunity. Fires it in. Off the keeper's foot. Hooper's got the ball. Has a shot. Goes a bit wide. Luco's back on the ice. Going straight at the ball. Misses. Brown with an opportunity. Fires it straight into Marshall. He smothered the ball really well. Brown with the backhanded shot. Deflected there by the defence. And we're going to get another icing call. So the team's just momentarily back 4-on-4, but they'll drop to 3-on-3. Pretty exciting passage of play there. New South Wales not able to press home the advantage, but ACT pretty tight in defence and smothering the ball very well. On this small ice, you end up with a lot of goalkeepers in front of the post. So just minutes ago we had 5-on-5 and now suddenly 3-on-3, so very likely to see a goal. It's not golden point, not golden goal, but one goal might just be enough. All right, Daniel Wong there, pinballing around behind goals, gets it to Damo Collier, passes it to Wong. No one in the slot, not enough players. Wong tries, he puts it in the slot, but no one's there. Collier backhands it, deflected from Banks to Luco. This is pretty much their strongest line, I would say, with Luco, Banks and Martin. All right, Banks passes it to himself up the boards, pushes Wong in the back. The penalty is being called, advantage to New South Wales. Christoph ran out to try and get another player on the ice, but so Nigel Banks going to the penalty box.
It's crazy, eh?
This is certainly a lot of penalties this game. I think that's because the stakes are incredibly high. Doesn't matter what's happened in the tournament so far. Anyone can win this game. Okay, so we're back to 4-on-3. New South Wales with the player advantage. Collier Damien Collier with the ball in the corner. Hooper's directing him to pass it to Yabsley. Yabsley with the ball. He's got Hooper free. He's pretty high though. And Brown's free on the other side of the ice. So really they want to get the ball to Brown to shoot. Traps the ball, but he's got Lucas pressing on him. Collier fires it in, the keeper blocks it. Very hard to score from that angle. Yabsley in possession, he's got Hooper calling for it. Yabsley fires it in, deflected, the keeper blocks it. Yabsley there. ACT players and fans appeal for a penalty, but it's not given. Brown with the ball to Collier, fires it in. Good effort, Brown there, scraps for the ball, but the keeper makes a good save.
Hey, Zach. Zach. Golden point. Golden point.
Just been told it's actually a golden goal.
Come on, New South!
And with New South Wales having player advantage for another minute and 11 seconds, you'd have to expect that they'd be the favourites. Hooper wins the face-off, gets it back to Damien Collier. Petty Yabsley to Collier. Collier can't control it though, but Harvey goes back and cleans up the mess. Collier a little bit out of sorts at the moment, but finds Hooper, who finds Harvey, takes it over. Hooper's trailing back. Yabsley's cutting to the slot, looking for a ball. Harvey. Still in possession, works it all the way around the perimeter. Collier fires it across, great pass to Hooper, who fires a shot. Deflected. Yabsley, Collier. Collier backhands it in, straight into the defence though. ACT are marking quite well. Hooper in possession. New South Wales just got to stay cool here. Luco's going to look to pick off the ball. Hooper wants to find Collier. Does, lifts the ball a little bit slow, but Collier fires a shot in. Almost goes through. The keeper makes a great save with his arm. Hooper back in possession. Finds Harvey. Doesn't use Harvey. Keeps it himself. He's going to work it back to Harvey here. Damo Collier subs off. Sultana comes on. Banks back on the ice. Back to 4-4. Still golden goal. ACT withstanding the onslaught. Banks finding a bit of space. Charges forward. Hooper in pursuit. Good speed. Banks has the ball. Luco's looking, threatening. Backhand shot, but it goes wide. Yabsley takes possession. Luco can't turn it over. Harvey runs forward. Sultana goes to the slot. Harvey pushes it forward into the goal crease. Keeper comes out. Sultana just with momentum there, crashed the goals. Gets a bit of attention from ACT. So the goalkeeper's sprawled on the ice. I'm not sure why. There's a bit of contact there from New South Wales on the keeper, it would seem. Nothing intentional. The medics come out. Checking on the keeper. Louis Sultana's being sent off. Sounds like interference, roughing, something like that. Timeout called. You'll have to rewind if you want to see exactly what happened there. A lot of penalties in this game. A bit more than I would like to see, but yeah, New South Wales find themselves down a player. Just three on the ice. They've got Pete Yabsley, Damo Collier and Tim Brown. We're seeing an absolute humdinger of a game. Love to see a couple of goals get scored, but fact of the matter is you're only going to see one being golden goal. Could still go either way. Be interesting to see what the ACT Flames come up with here. With the exception of Luco, they've got pretty much their strongest four players there. Captain Zach Brannon, Shane Martin, Nigel Banks, Chris Lucas. Yabs let the face off against Brandon. All right, didn't touch the ice there, not by a long shot. We'll have another drop, thank you very much. All right, Tim Brown scrapping for the ball, flicks it towards halfway. Lucas can't trap it. That'll save a few seconds for New South Wales. All right, Martin takes it up over halfway. Taps it back to Banks. Banks. ACT looking pretty patient here. They're not going to rush this. Martin to Banks. Lucas is free. Uses Martin. They're just toying with New South Wales here. Brandon's there in front of goals. The Absolute's got him marked pretty tightly. Martin's going to fire it in at some point, which he does. Gets deflected though. Lucas in possession, fires it in. Brandon tries a one-time volley, but can't connect. Not cleanly anyway. And Shane Martin scores the winning goal in the final of Men's Elite. ACT win. He got into some open space there, the player advantage, and he fired it in far post, top corner. New South Wales will be devastated. Remember, they were up 5 plays on 3 towards the end of the game. The ACT players are absolutely ecstatic. And the crowd's definitely gone wild. That's a really gutsy performance there from ACT. They were down and play so often, but they just hung in there, and finally the game just turned in their favour. So a bit unusually, in the finals this afternoon, we've had 3 different states emerge victorious. In the men's intermediate, New South Wales defeated ACT, and then women's elite, SA defeated ACT, and ACT finally got a win. Pretty deserved. They weren't necessarily the form team throughout the round robin stages, but they won when it counted. And they'll lap up the they'll lap this time up.
Yeah! ACT, 3 cheers for New South Wales! Hip! 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 New South Wales, 3 cheers for ACT! Hip! 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 Hip!
So the ACT players saluting the crowd. They're pumped up. So we're going to see another game come up. Pretty much straight away, we're going to see the mixed competition commence very shortly.
Mixed intermediate, SA versus ACT 1.
Should be mixed intermediate, South Australia against ACT 1.
Probably another 30, 90 seconds.
I'm going to try and do a new stream for mixed. I'm going to try and do a different stream for mixed, so it's separate and finals.
For those watching on the live stream, Mixed Intermediate is about to begin. I am actually going to change the stream, so stay tuned and check the channel for the new stream. Thank you.